you visiting Spokane or maybe thinking about moving here one day and thinking, what is there to do? Well, in today's video, we'll be talking about some of the most popular places to visit in Spokane. And in a future video, I'll give you an insider's look into some of the lesser known attractions. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. My name is Haydn Halsted, your favorite Spokane realtor with the Halsted home team right here in Spokane, Washington. So let's get into the video. Now, to many people's surprise, Spokane is actually the second largest city in Washington behind Seattle. So there's actually quite a bit to visit. And this list features many free outdoor activities to check out the beauty of what hides behind the skyline that you can see from the freeway. First up, we have Riverfront Park. Now, this would not have made the list about 5 years ago, but Riverfront Park has recently gone through a huge renovation that has brought a completely new life to it. The park used to be very attractive and honestly not the safest place to be at night, but now it's completely lit up with lights everywhere. The pavilion has gotten a complete facelift and has an amazing light show every weekend where you can just lay on the grass and watch from down below, or you can really watch from anywhere downtown because it just shines over the entire skyline. It also features an ice skating ribbon, our famous Loof carousel, the garbage goat, and of course the Spokane River runs right through it. You can take a ride on the gondola and then head over to the huge playscape. Our famous clock tower is right over there. And then you can head next door to Huntington Park, which brings us to number 2. So number 2, the next attraction is just right across the street from Riverfront Park, where you can get up close and personal with the Spokane Falls. You can get up so close in Huntington Park that you can feel the spray of the water in the summertime, and it's honestly such a cool view between the rushing water and looking up at the Monroe Street Bridge. I've stood there many times in awe of it because it's just so massive and so hard to believe that it was built in 1911 purely by hand. This is also a relatively new feature to Spokane, as you couldn't really walk down this close to the water prior on nice paths that have cool art sculptures along the way. Number 3 is Manito Park, and so this park is just a 5-minute drive from downtown. It's one of my favorite spots in Spokane, which I will probably say for a lot of these, but that one is very accurate. Manito is a huge 90-acre park that is located on the lower South Hill and is home to the Duncan Gardens, Japanese Gardens, the Lilac Gardens, the Rose Gardens. It's even home to the best sledding hill here in Spokane. And it also has a huge pond in the middle of it. So plan to spend a few hours here just walking around, enjoying the gardens. It's especially great in the summertime when all the flowers are in bloom. I just think this is a truly great attraction in Spokane because I've been to a lot of other cities and never seen a park like this before. But if you do know of one, I'd love to visit it. So comment down below which cities have amazing parks such as Manito in them. The next place to stop and visit is Riverside State Park, or more specifically Bowl & Pitcher. We are very fortunate to have one of the largest state parks in all of Washington right in our backyard. It's about 9 miles from downtown Spokane and makes for another great place to do some light hiking, but you can also fish and kayak here as well. You'll most likely find your way to the Bowl & Pitcher area, where you'll cross the suspension bridge and be able to check out some of the huge rock formations in the river. I highly recommend this for those that are looking for a little bit more nature, and if you want a harder hike, head over to the Deep Creek Canyon area because there's a lot more up and downs going on over there. Number 5 is to bike the Centennial Trail. You could actually use this one to get between many of the other attractions because the Centennial Trail is a 37-mile long trail that runs between 9 Mile Falls all the way to the Idaho border and then runs for another 24 miles beyond that on the North Idaho Centennial Trail. It cuts right through Riverfront Park and was built on old railroad tracks and timber company roads, so it provides for a very flat and smooth ride the whole way. It's a great way to make your way from downtown Spokane to our next attraction, which is Gonzaga University. So the campus at Gonzaga is located just on the north side of the Spokane River on 150 acres of land that are just a short walk from downtown along the Centennial Trail, right next to the Spokane River, just flowing right along it. The campus was founded in 1887 and has become a center for Spokanites to come together, cheer on the beloved Zags. And so the campus is really beautiful with multiple museums, beautiful cathedrals and brick buildings throughout. And the campus is also surrounded by some very historic homes that have become offices or student housing. One of those homes used to actually be the home of Bing Crosby and has become a museum to showcase some of his memorabilia. All right, Our seventh attraction is to take a drive to the summit of Mount Spokane. We are very fortunate in Spokane to have an amazing ski and snowboard park, but in the summer it also makes for some great hiking and sightseeing. You can drive all the way up to the summit in the summertime, and you have your choice from over 100 miles of trails, or you can see at least 5 lakes like from down below. It's a crazy sight. So you can plan a weekend of camping up there, but you can go bike the trails, walk, but if you don't even want your legs to get sore, you can literally just drive to the very top, take a look at the amazing view, and then drive back down. So it's absolutely for everybody. All right, and if you want to continue the leg burn from hiking or biking Mount Spokane, you can head to number 8, which is the Rocks of Sharon in the Dishman Hills Conservation Area. Spokane and local landowners have worked hard to preserve certain areas around Spokane, which has created a network of conservation areas that surround the city. One of those places happens to include the Rocks of Sharon, which is rated as one of the best hiking trails in all of Spokane. There are 2 main trails that guide you up to the top, where there are some fantastic views of the Palouse, and you get to sit at the top with some pretty massive, they're like humongous rocks. If you're into rock climbing, this is a great place to do it near the city and get outside to do so. Every time I've gone there hiking, there's always been people climbing up the rocks because they're seriously like 100 feet tall. So it seems like a great spot. I don't do it. Leading into number 9, we have the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. Locals here call it the MAC, and it is the largest cultural institute of its kind in the Northwest. It has 5 underground galleries and with rotating exhibits, and the MAC focuses on regional history, visual arts, and American Indian history as well. With more than 1 million artifacts in their collection, they will always have something new to go check out. You'll be in the heart of Brown's Edition as well, so you can stop by and grab some food at the Elk or Brown's Bistro and take a walk to Coeur d'Alene Park while checking out some of Spokane's most historic mansions that line the streets of that neighborhood. All right, for number 10, we were inside for too long at the museum, so we're going to head back outside to the Finch Arboretum. This is a 65-acre nature reserve where you can stroll through and look at over 2,000 labeled trees and shrubs among all the wildlife in Spokane. Many animals that are native to the area gather here, so you can probably find a marmot, a deer, moose, wild turkeys, and even some bull snakes, which are harmless, I promise. But admission is always free. They have many activities and festivals throughout the year, so it's easy to just stop by and go for a walk there as well. For those who enjoy music, you can find your way to one of our amazing theaters, the Bing Crosby or the Martin Woldson Theater at the Fox. Both of these theaters look very simple from the outside, but once you get in, they are incredibly beautiful. They've been super well maintained, renovated over the years, but they have done such a great job of keeping the character that from the early 1900s when they were built. You can catch the Spokane Jazz Orchestra at the Bing or the Spokane Symphony at the Fox Theater and hear how the theaters help elevate the music to just a completely other level. And to continue your night out, you can, after the show, you can head to the Davenport Hotel, grab a drink or some food, and check out some more beautiful architecture from the early 1900s. If you get the chance to stay the night here, definitely do. It's a coveted place here in Spokane with some of the best service and amenities, but it's definitely okay to just wander the old Davenport building and explore some of the ballrooms as well. This is pretty much as luxurious as it gets here in Spokane, so it's definitely worth the time to stop by. As we've been discussing, Spokane is home to some amazing architecture, and if this is your thing, you should take the opportunity to visit St. John's Cathedral. It's very hard to miss. If you look south from the freeway, and you squint your eyes just a little bit and you look for Batman, you'll find it. But all jokes aside, regardless of religion or beliefs, it is truly an amazing experience to walk through this church and see the stained glass. It's completely worth hearing the organ with over 400 pipes in it, as well as the church bells that are so huge that they had to build the church completely around them because there was no way to bring them in through the doors once everything was built. One more attraction Spokane has to offer is our baseball team. You can catch the Spokane Indians playing between June and September for what feels like almost 7 days a week. Those minor league teams seem like they just play nonstop, but games are super cheap to attend, a great place to spend a summer evening, and you get to meet all of our awesome mascots, Otto, and all that good stuff. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you're scheduling a trip to Spokane, I would highly recommend planning some solid outdoors time in our beautiful nature conservation areas, one of our 87 parks, and some of the great restaurants and music venues that we have. I'll have upcoming videos with great restaurants, places to see music, or just fun things to do on the weekend. So if you want to stay informed, please subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you're wondering about that Spokane has, or comment something if you know that you wish Spokane had. Do the research for you, see if we can make it happen, see if we have it, or see if we have something similar to it, and make sure to make videos on those. My name is Haydn Halsted with the Halsted Home Team. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon.